So let's talk about Nen for a change. As we know, Nen users are divided into 6 different categories from birth. I will be telling you in this video what my favorite Nen ability is in each of the 6 categories. To be honest, I'm really excited to talk about it, so let's get started. Starting with, of course, the enhancement category. My favorite ability in this category has to be Finks' Ripper Cyclotron. It's the ability used against the monkey looking guy in the Chimera Ant arc. And when we hear like Finks describe how the move actually works, it sounds busted as hell, bro. Because we don't know if there's actually like a limit to the amount of times he can wind his arm. So wait, let me actually first explain how the move actually works. It's fairly simple, just like how every enhancement type ability is really simple to understand. Now, how the move actually works, you wind your arm, and each time you wind your arm, your punch will get stronger by a significant amount. Until now, we don't know if it actually has a drawback or a weakness. Well, I actually have an opinion on what I think is the weakness, and you can actually compare it to like Shalnark's autopilot. Whenever he uses it, it puts like a really big strain on his body, and he can't like move his body for a few days, 2 to 3 days. Now with Finks it could be similar, in which like the more he winds his arm, the more strength, the more power he gets, but also the bigger the strain on his body. Of course, it's all just speculation. Until now we don't even have a drawback, not even a weakness, so let me just count that as a broken ability. The second category where I will be choosing my favorite ability is the transmutation category. Now, when you ask this question to a Hunter x Hunter fan, they are most likely to answer the bungee gum or Killua's whirlwind spin. But for me, I actually have a weird choice, that being Machi's string devil fruit. Yes, I said it, string devil fruit. Why Machi? That's because, yeah, her ability reminds me a lot of my favorite antagonist from One Piece, that being Doflamingo. So, and if she actually like masters her Nen to where she's like able to use it just like Doflamingo, or maybe not use it like Doflamingo, but certain moves, like for example in One Piece Doflamingo uses his strings to like repair his organs, and in the Hunter world, if she would be able to use a technique similar to that, it would definitely be seen as like a broken technique, as like she would be able to like constantly regenerate, and even if like her Nen grows stronger after death, she could be revived by her Nen by using this technique. So my choice for the transmuter category would have to be Machi. Next category type is Conjuration. I will have to be honest with you, that's like literally my worst favorite or my least favorite Nen category. I just don't like how it works. It sounds like a cheap transmutation ability, but yeah, it is what it is. Moving on to the Conjuration category, I would definitely have to give it to Zeno's Dragon Dive. Yeah, bro, do I even need to explicate myself? It just looks really cool, does like vast distance damage, you're able to transport people with it. Yeah man, definitely Zeno, his ability is my favorite of the Conjuration category. Alright, moving on to the Emission category. My favorite one over there has to be Razor's ability with his dodgeballs. We have all seen how much damage he did to Killua, Hisoka, especially Hisoka and Gon, all 3 of them actually. So yeah, my choice goes definitely to Razor's ability. Like bro, think about it. He literally like decapitated some people with a freaking dodgeball. Like what are his balls made of, bro? Okay, so the next category, it's actually one of my favorite categories, if not my favorite. That one being the manipulation category. And I think with it being my favorite, it has a lot to do with the characters who I like. They are my favorite characters, Shalnark and Illumi. These two are like one of my favorite, if not my favorite characters of the series, and they are both manipulators. So yeah, maybe it's because of that, but even so I really enjoy and love seeing their abilities in action. And their abilities are actually my choices. So for this category I actually choose 2 abilities, the Needleman of Illumi and Shalnark's autopilot. Now let's begin with Shalnark's technique. It's actually not so difficult to understand, it's really easy. Like he has a phone and he has an antenna. He connects the antenna with something, a living being, and he basically controls it. So that was the first part of his technique. There's also another part where he actually puts the antenna in himself, like he sticks himself with the antenna, and he like basically becomes a Super Saiyan, I think, something like that. It's really cool to see, but as of its power, we don't know if it would actually like work on someone like Hisoka, or if it works like only on characters weaker than him. But anyway, it does look sick, so I'll give it that. Now Illumi, basically the shame, I was about to say the shame, basically the same like Shalnark. He's able to manipulate people, and now with him I think it's a bit different, because when Shalnark sticks people, he controls them with his phone, and with Illumi, like before he sticks needles into people, he licks the needle, he places an order, for example, you will work for me until you're dead. And he actually used that in the anime. If you think about it, if you use that ability on someone who's like really strong, it's wow, man. If it really works, it's really broken actually. But it's not confirmed if it like works on everyone. So until now, I'll assume it'll only work on people weaker than him. There's also another ability Illumi can do, and that is like taking over someone else's appearance. Yeah, just think about it, man. He does all this just with needles. I don't understand it either, but it's sick, so just leave it be. Alright, so now we arrive at the final Nen category, that one being the specialist type. And for this category as well, I have two options. One's actually from in the manga, so that's the ability I will be talking about after the first one. And the first one is from none other than Crollo Lucifer. Yeah, bro, just the ability to be able to like steal other people's ability, that alone is just insane. Even though there are certain conditions to be met before using a stolen ability, if you use it the way Crollo uses it, like he used against Hisoka, where he was able to use like two abilities at the same time, that is just stupidly broken, bro. Which is why his ability is one of my favorites of the specialist category. Now though, if you don't mind spoilers, I would say just listen and continue with the video. If you do mind spoilers, I would skip like 30 to 1 minute just in case. So the ability is from Prince Tridnik, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but what his ability actually does is like, it's also really simple. It's basically letting him like see 10 seconds in the future. It's simple but effective, so yeah, I guess it could save you in certain situations. Now that we have come to the end of my video, I must say I got inspired by Satsuki the Savage for this video, so shout out to him. And yeah, if there's something you want me to talk about, do manga chapter reviews. I'm currently at manga chapter 360. Just let me know in the comments. I would gladly do it. And also, if you are wondering as to why I know about Tridnik's ability, well, that's because I have a cousin who's like currently catched up to the Hunter x Hunter manga, and yeah, to be direct, he spoiled me, man. He literally spoiled me, the son of a bitch spoiled me, so that's why I know about his ability. Wait, before I end my video, there's actually another ability which just like came into my mind, which I actually like, I find really crazy, like for my own benefit to be honest. That one being, do you guys remember Melioron? He was like the Chimera Ant who had the appearance of a chameleon. Whenever he catched like his breath, he was basically invisible for everyone. You couldn't even detect him with Nen, so it was really impressive and a really useful move. I think we have talked about every Nen category, so this is a good time to end the video. Just to like finish and wrap everything up, I would like to give you my top 3 abilities I have mentioned in this video. So at first place I have Sphinx's move. Second place I would have to say Machi's move with the string, and at third place I'd say Illumi's needles. Again, thank you for watching, and till the next video guys. Be sure to drop your top 3 favorite moves in the comment section. NonSpecialist out.